Hey guys, what's going on? It's RedTech here today with another video, and today I'm going to do a series actually on how to create a fully functioning domain network. Now this can be applied to home office use if you want to do that. I did it. It's up to you whether you want to do that. Or it can be used in enterprise environments, providing the hardware you're using to set it up on can support that. So we're going to get right into it. And first off, you're going to need a copy of Windows Server. Now, this can sort of apply to 2008 and 2008 R2, but I recommend you go find another tutorial with that. Personally, right now, I'm using Windows Server 2012 R2, as you can see on the desktop just here. So, yeah. First off, what we're going to do is we're going to Network and Sharing Center. We want to set a static IP. Okay, I'm going to show you how to do that now. Because without a static IP, your server's IP address will keep changing, and that won't be a very nice and pleasant time for you when people in the office are saying, oh, hey, my computer can't find the server, I can't log on, I can't do this, I can't do that, just because you forgot to set a static IP on the server. So I'm just going to set a static IP here. So let's make it, oh, it doesn't need to be anything. We'll go 27, subnet mask, set the gateway. Our DNS server has to be this server only. 0.1, so that is local, so that points back towards the server. Alternate DNS server can also be this server. Actually, point it towards the gateway. To find out your gateway's IP address, I'll show you how to do it in a second. So what we'll do is we go to here, we go CM, if I can type, CMD, and you go IP config. So here you can see your gateway's IP address, default gateway, that's its MAC address and that's its IP address. That's what you need to use, especially in where it says gateway in the TCP/IP IPv4 settings. So now what we're going to do is we're on the network, we have a static IP address, so we're going to go to this icon down here. This is called Server Manager. So what we have to do here is add roles and features. We're going to go next. Now we want role-based or feature-based installation. We're going to select this server. Now, don't mind this, I didn't name the server. We can do that later. And you want to select from server pool, you want to select your server. If you've got multiple, that's still okay. What we're going to do is we want to tick Active Directory Domain Services, and if it comes up with one of these, just add features. We want a DNS server as well. Again, add features. We don't need remote access just yet. We can install web server. It's not needed, but I'm going to install it. And that should be all we need right now. So we're going to go, oh, and DHCP. Now we're going to press next. All of this is, yep, this doesn't need to be changed. It's all good. As long as we've got net framework. So we're just going to tick and net framework because otherwise you end up with some problems. And that's all we need from there. Active Directory, DNS, web server, role services. Yep, these are all okay. So you just leave them. Next, confirmation. You don't need to specify an alternate path. It's absolutely fine the way it is. And we would restart later if we need to. So I'm going to pause the recording here and I'll get back to you when this is done. Okay guys, so once all the server roles are in fact installed, what you have to do now is go click on this thing here, the flag. This one is not there. So what we're going to do first is we need to promote this server to a domain controller. So right now it is just like a normal computer. It's a client server. We need this to be the server. We need to add a new forest. We're gonna name this. We're gonna call this example, or just for the lols, tutorial .local. All right. So that's our root domain name. So that's what it's called. Now, well, unless you're joining this with other servers that aren't running Windows Server 2012 R2, you don't need to worry about this. We're just going to set a directory services restore password. So hopefully you don't forget any passwords. But hey, if you do, we've got a master password here, I suppose. Okay. So what we're going to do here is we're just going to hit next. Okay. So DNS options, we have not created a DNS server yet, so we're going to have to do that later. Or we'll do it now just because we should do it now. Okay. So DNS seems to have already been... Okay, so we'll just do DHCP. DHCP, create the following security groups. Commit. Okay, so it's done. That's how easy DHCP setup is. Now we'll go do domain controllers. Once again, add a new forest. Okay, so we'll grab that. And then we'll do this. Nope, we're not doing that, so we don't need it. Okay, because this is a server and will only be used locally, say in an office environment, you don't need to do any of that. So you don't need a way of accessing it outside of your local environment. So here's your net BIOS. This is what we use to connect on old computers, or if the domain or forest route doesn't work. Okay. Yep. So that's all fine. That's all fine. Okay. I have a default for security name allow. Okay, that doesn't matter. Okay. Okay. So when you get an error like this, you have to go and set a password for your account, because right now there's no password on the admin account. Now it does not like that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go actually we're gonna search it. We're gonna go computer management. So here we go, local users and groups, users, administrator, set password, proceed. Now this can be any password you want, but it has to be secure, otherwise it won't let you set it. So let's rerun it and hope that it works. What's wrong with it now? Password does not meet requirements. Okay. Okay. We're just gonna go previous and hopefully rerun that again. Why are you doing this? Yep. Domain controller promotion failed. The local administrator account becomes the domain administrator account. Domain, the new domain cannot be created because the local administrator account password does not meet the requirements. Okay, so my password was not strong enough. That's annoying because now I've got to go find something else. Okay. Okay, so there's no actual requirement based thing for it right now. Does that work? That's not right, because I know that password works. Okay. What I'm going to do here is I'm just going to, I think what it's doing is it's not liking it because it's signed in and out and everything. So I'm just going to sign out of administrator so that it sets its actual password. We're going to go so we'll just promote it now and hope that it works. Now I'll pause it here because we've already done this a million times. Okay guys, so being the idiot I can sometimes be, forgot to show you how to configure a DNS server. So we're going to go here, configure a DNS server. Yep. Well, just in case you're using larger networks, we'll do that. Create a forward lookup zone. It is a primary zone. Zone name, we'll go forward dot tutorial dot local. Yep. Reverse lookup zone, yeah, don't need one, but we're gonna get one. IPv4 just now. Yep. To this zone 10.0.0. Yep. So we're gonna do that. Allow both non-secure and secure dynamic updates. It can forward queries. This can be your router's IP address. So if you need to access the outside internet, they certainly can do that. And I'm just gonna add another one here. This is my personal server. Finished. So it can forward to both servers. Yep. Yes. Okay, now if we try and promote, I think we should run into less problems. I hope. It's been a while since I've done this, so we're taking this journey together. So, yep, we're taking this journey pretty much together because I've not done this in a while. But, hey, it's the first time. Well, not a first time, I've done this before. But, okay, why? Why is this? Okay. We'll just do this and we'll try and set it up without one. Annoying, but hey, we'll get there. So let's go next, please. Okay, so what does it want to do? It wants to run a command line, does it? / password rec, yep. Okay. What we'll do is we will do what it's asking and go to the command line. It's never asked for this before, but that's okay. File name, direct name, volume, syntax. It's incorrect, it reckons. Why? Wait. Net user, right. Net user administrator. There we what? Use a command line tool with the option to require a password for this account before you create the new domain. Okay, so it is net user. I did use a net user command. Net user administrator. Syntax of the command is net. Oh, excuse Excuse me there, I spelled user wrong. There we go. The command completed successfully. Okay. Let's just make sure that, okay. All prerequisites passed. Cannot be created. Okay. Okay. So now we just install. Now, I'm going to pause the video here because this can take a while. Okay guys, so as you can see here, it is signing into the domain that we selected. So we're going to go administrator, put in our password, and load up the account. Now, hopefully we've got forward-looking up zones on the DNS server, which will make it much easier to connect to said other domain. Not other domain, other computer, the computer, client. There we go, client. So, this is not liking me for some reason, but that's okay. We're just going to check, except this is server manager just loading everything right now. So, give it a shot. Just look at our DNS settings. Here. Okay, so as you can see, this is a pointer. So what pointers do, they point to the server and they're like, hey, you're the server on the network, we're going to connect to you, sort of thing. Without them, you get all sorts of weird errors about DNS address. So, I did say this was going to be a series, so this was how to set up your, actually just while I'm here, DHCP. But yeah, this is just how to set it up and connecting it, and group policy and all of that will be done later. So, what you do here is you do new scope. You're gonna name it. You're gonna name it like a scope 1 start IP address 10.0.0.1 and 10.0.0.137. This is just mine, so don't worry about that. No exclusions. This is how long you want them to keep the IP address. So they change the IP address every 3 hours. Yep, we can configure them now. Yep, so router IP address is this. Now, if you've got another server on the network, don't add that because that's not a router. DNS servers. So that's this server, and I've got another 2 DNS servers on this network. So we can add that. And providing this still works. Yep, so that's my DNS servers. We don't have Win servers, we're not that old. So we're going to activate that scope now. Now IPv6 we don't use. So why bother? So here it is. And we'll just restart it. Okay. Just waiting for it to start the servers. So here we go. Okay. So we're just going to have to authorize it in Active Directory later. And while I'm here, I suppose I'll show you Active Directory. So, we're going to need some users. Here's our server. Here's our users. So what we're going to do is none right now. But here's our server anyway. That's our domain. That's our server. Our users will be put into an OU, which comes in when we design our group policy, which will be in the next episode. So I will see you guys later. RedTech out.